During my years with the Los Angeles Police Department, I learned one hard truth. A routine traffic stop can turn into something completely different in a heartbeat. What you're about to see is a perfect example of just that. Take a look.
How's it going? I'm Deputy Smith. I'm with the Sheriff's Office. The reason I pulled you over, you got this obstruction of view. You crossed lanes twice without using a blinker, and you were following that car by just a couple of feet. I try to ask on every stop, are there any weapons in the vehicle? Guns, knives, grenades, nothing like that? Okay. Alright. Well, I can just get you a written warning instead of a ticket for all that, since you've already removed it, and I can talk to you about using your blinker and whatnot. To have that in front of you. Yeah, it creates an obstructed view. We have stuff that blow in front of the roadway all the time. Okay, yeah. Well, you're not going to get a ticket today. I can give you a warning. Can you come back to my vehicle? So that way, if I have any questions, I'll just ask you directly.
I'm coming. Yeah, man, give me all of that stuff, man. I was doing great there for a minute.
Yeah.
I got a stupid metal wallet, man.
It's alright, take your time.
The driver appears extremely nervous.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, allow me to interject to let you know that, you know what, good tactics, getting him to get out of the car, come back and talk to me so we can continue this conversation, ask questions, is a good tactic. My thinking is this, it's not just a routine traffic stop. My thought, and maybe you can help me out with this, is the fact that this is one of those drug interdiction type of investigations. Because if it's on a highway, right, if you see all these videos where there's like these major road highways, it's probably because these officers have the training and experience, that eye, man, to see that, you know what, it's more than just an infraction. It's dope money guns. I don't know. Let's see.
You can come back to my vehicle. And if you want to stand right in front of this door, I just gotta pat you down, make sure you don't have any weapons. What's all this? Alright, no other weapons?
No, sir. I got nothing.
You just stand right in front of this window.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna roll it down. We can talk like a drive-through. It's locked, so I gotta go around.
My daughter is a police officer up in...
Okay, I'm gonna open this real quick. Open it all the way. Where's she, a police officer?
At Fort Bragg right now.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
Military police?
Yeah, she's coming home Friday, so...
Nice.
Friday.
Yeah. Alright, and we're trained just to keep everybody's hands out of their pockets, so if you don't mind.
I got nothing, but you were seeing the mess I got in there.
Yeah. We just,
together.
Okay.
If I may add also is that in other videos I've talked about this in the past, and if you're new to the channel, I talked about hands. Hands are the most dangerous. Back in tactics, what I do remember 28 years ago is a couple of things. Number one is you never ever go hungry. You're always going to go home, and hands are the most dangerous weapons.
Yeah, I get to driving down and the window blows sideways and you get to, it's just horrible. It's horrible to lose a kid. Lost my son. Oh, sorry for that. Hello? Yeah, no, I'm getting a warning ticket right now. So. I know. Anyway. I heard crashing in my ear. It's on everything. Sit down. Where is that metal?
It's probably in your car with all your other stuff.
No, it's not that.
Who was calling?
My girlfriend that's just talking on the phone.
Oh, are you traveling with her? Gotcha. How'd you know you got pulled over?
Yeah, that's what we got to do.
The deputy observed a vehicle traveling with the Malibu prior to making the traffic stop. This is often referred to as a heat vehicle, and the deputy is suspicious that it's actually the persons in the heat vehicle calling the driver.
How long were you in Las Vegas?
A couple days.
Just a couple days. Yeah. Did you do anything else while you were there?
Just said hi to some old friends. I used to work there.
Okay. What'd you do in Vegas?
Okay.
Where's Holiday, Florida?
Just west of Tampa.
Okay.
Northwest.
You like it back there, or do you miss Vegas?
Well, you know what? The smell. You can smell it out here. I mean, it's different. It's nice. I love Florida.
It smells like dirt out here.
Kind of, but the ocean doesn't smell that great either. They've ruined the Gulf of Mexico, pouring all that damn... I guess they put raw sewage from Lake Pontchartrain in there.
Okay, yeah.
Now you got red tide, you can't even swim in the water.
Really? Kill all the fish?
Well, yeah, they kills them when the algae bloom, the red algae comes up.
Yeah.
It's like you can't even freaking
Red
breathe.
tides are nasty. You can't even like go outside.
It's in your throat, it's in your nose, burns your eyes. So it's just a mess. I mean, I don't even go in the ocean anymore.
Yeah.
I got lupus, so I didn't really care to swim in it anyway. So if it gets a bug in it, then I'm sick.
Gotcha.
Hey, baby, I'll call you back when I get on the road. Yeah. So what are you doing today? Yeah.
What color are your eyes?
Brown.
Brown.
All right, sweet.
Okay, you know what? Time out. You know what? I'm going to call BS on that, man. And look, when we're watching this together, just pretend like you have this imaginary BS button. So let's push it every time that you want to call some bullshit. That's not the girlfriend. My thinking is, based on training and experience, more theirs than mine is there's someone acting in concert, right? There's like a lookout vehicle, someone that's kind of cruising along with him, because now it's got to raise your suspicion.
Anyway.
She's worried about you.
Yeah. It's her.
This is just a written warning.
She likes to sleep till freaking noon, so she ain't worried about me. It's noon back there. I try not to smoke in the car.
You do?
Well, when the windows are up.
You started lighting a cigarette as soon as you saw me.
Well, I have the windows down. But.
Okay. So, back there in the car, I could see that your hands were shaking. You lit that cigarette. You exit jumped back there. I'm just want to make sure that nothing is illegal in that car. Is there anything illegal in the vehicle?
Illegal. No, I ain't got nothing illegal. The only reason I did it is because I was having a coffee.
Okay, that seems pretty reasonable. Is there anything in that vehicle that I need to know about? Any stolen items, large amounts of cash?
I got nothing.
Nothing like that?
I wish. I wish, man.
Any illegal drugs?
No, I got nothing.
Nothing?
I don't do drugs, no. Nothing at all.
Nothing. Okay. I'm just going to go down a list, okay? Are there any prescriptions in there that's not yours?
Nope.
Is there any methamphetamine? Nope. Is there any cocaine?
Nope.
Is there any heroin?
Nope.
Is there any fentanyl?
Nope.
Is there any large amounts of marijuana?
Nope.
Keep in mind marijuana is legal here in Arizona.
Doesn't help me. No.
Okay. Is that us? Okay. All right. Nothing's in the vehicle, right? Would you give me consent to search the vehicle?
What do you want to search it for?
Huh?
What do you want to search it for? I've got nothing to hide, but there's no reason to search my car.
Well, allow me to let you know that the reason why I want to search your vehicle is because I think that you're lying. I have reasonable suspicion to believe that because of the way you're acting, you're nervous, you're moving around. You lit a cigarette right when I pulled up. I happen to know this particular highway. I am a drug interdiction deputy, and I got all this training experience that leads me to believe, right, that you're lying because there might be some drugs in your car. Dope, money, guns.
So you're saying no? Okay. Hang tight. All right. Well, I'm just going to be completely honest with you. At this point, we're outside of the scope of the traffic stop. So this is a detention at this point. I'm going to read you the Miranda warnings. You're not under arrest in any way. But,
I might be detained.
I mean, a traffic stop is a detention, a form of detention.
Yeah.
Right now, since I'm holding you beyond the scope of the traffic
You
stop,
think there's something in there?
I believe you're hiding something from me. So I'm gonna read.
I got my son's gun.
Okay. I'm gonna read you the Miranda warnings, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You understand these rights?
Yep. I have my son's pistol.
Where's it at?
It's in my bag in the front seat.
Okay. I'm just
That's all
gonna.
I've got.
I'm gonna secure it. Okay.
That's fine. Go ahead.
Okay, so before the deputy goes and searches the vehicle to look for that gun, look, I know in prior videos I've talked about Mirandizing at scene, right? In my experience, you know, back in the days, and again, things change. And by the way, things change for the better. And I've been kind of critical about, hey, why would you Mirandize someone at scene? Especially in these specific circumstances. This is what I mean. Look, risk management is a major reason why you should Mirandize, okay? Definitely at scene. Look, the law says that you can wait. But here's the deal. Experienced interdiction officers and good deputies often choose not to wait because one successful suppression motion can kill the entire case, all right? They'd rather Mirandize a little early than lose those statements later.
Just hold on. That may be 10:15 at this time.
It ain't stolen.
All right, turn around.
I got the 10:15, 824.
2015 direct. I'm still 76. Can you give me a 21 when available?
I asked you about weapons in the car.
I know.
You told me no.
I was scared.
2015, 1915. I'll give you a 21. You lied about a weapon in the car.
Copy.
Yep, I'm gonna search you. This is a search incident to arrest. You can't lie about a firearm. I asked you directly.
I know it. I was just
You told me
nervous
no.
about it. I was nervous about it.
All right, well, you know it's, you can't do that. If you got a gun, that's okay. I just asked about it, and you said no.
I didn't even think about it.
So, at this point, you're under arrest. This is called a search incident to arrest.
Okay, no problem.
Is there anything else in the car I need to know about?
No.
Nothing at all?
Actually, yeah, man.
What?
There's a bunch of shit inside. Fuck it, I'm gonna be honest.
What is it?
Meth.
How much?
I don't know. It's just shit. I don't know. I didn't put it in there.
You didn't put it in there?
No. So somebody else did.
All right, well, I
I'll work with
appreciate
you
the
guys if
honesty.
you'll help me, man.
We're going to work with you as well.
So you said you have something to hold while we're in the car.
I'll get you a cigarette.
Thank you, man.
Where's that?
That's right.
Hold on, let's wait for Oscar tag. Just due to legalities and stuff.
I'm just terrified right now, man.
I understand you're terrified. You kind of put yourself in this situation.
I had no
You-
choice, man.
And
I've
what's
lost
that?
everything. I've lost my house. I've lost everything.
How much do you think is in there?
I have no idea.
Just estimate.
100 pounds, everything.
100 pounds?
100 pounds. You know what? I'd like to know how much that's actually worth of street value. Man. But hey, self-admission goes a long way. You do some cooperation, maybe when you get into sentencing or maybe a plea bargain, you know, as this process continues, you know what? You might get a deal. You might get a reduced sentence. Who knows? But you know what? Self-admission and cooperation definitely helps.
Oh, yeah. He's nervous as shit. Got 100 pounds with 100 pounds of meth with a gun, apparently. Yeah, when I tried to pull him over the first time, he actually jumped the shit out of me.
Really?
Jumped around a semi to the right.
Did you find him over at 292?
So that's when I first seen him. He lit a cigarette, exit jumped, and then he jumped back off, So I just came back eastbound a couple miles. Saw him again. He saw me and was looking like a dog about to shit a peach bin. He lit another cigarette.
9050, I'm 97.
Yeah, a bunch of violations all on a road. Huh?
You guys already got it?
Nope. Only grab the gun. What's up?
Where is he?
It's in the back. It's been Red Miranda.
How you doing, Canine? Deputy Officer, Governor County Sheriff's Office. My dog's trained to work with 4 owners, okay? Cocaine, methamphetamine, heroin, and...
Hang on a minute, I'm leaving now. Let's see. You need to phone me up.
So my dog's trained to alert to 4 odors, okay? He's alerted to the vehicle. He's trained to alert to cocaine, methamphetamine, heroin, and marijuana. Is there anything in the vehicle?
I believe there's something in the trunk, yeah.
How much is in the trunk?
I don't really...
Do you know what is in the trunk?
I'm not 100% sure.
Is it one of the 4 things that is
Yes,
listed?
yes, sir.
Which one do you think it is?
I think it's not.
Okay. All right. Hang tight, man. Wash your
Can
feet.
you leave that open like that? Because it makes my plate feel...
If you pop the trunk.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, buddy.
Man, look, this is what I like to call like a solid airtight case. Look, we went from an infraction to a detention, right, legally. Then you have a search to incident of lawful arrest. We used to call that SILA, right? And that allows you to investigate further, to go ahead and get that search of the vehicle. And even though he self-admitted, and it's not that he got consult, but he self-admitted like, hey, you know what, I have drugs in the trunk. You got that canine sniff, dog alerted. You have such a solid case to present to the DA, you know what, and get that filing, so.
I got the ED.
Let's talk. So, how do we get this and the car back?
Don't open all of them.
We'll do it all at the office.
Yeah.
Just take a look and make sure that they all match the same.
It's gonna be the same. You can feel it.
Yeah. They're all Tupperware. We driving the whole thing back?
Yeah.
Who did? Hey, the heat vehicle just drove by.
Huh?
Heat vehicle just drove by.
I mean, if he doesn't have any dope in it.
Does he have any dope in it? It's all his stuff? Was it the blue car? A blue Charger?
Is there any drugs inside that vehicle? No? They were just watching you with this one?
The heat vehicle, right? It's a new term that I've learned, and what it is, as you can see, is another vehicle being on the lookout. But the thing is, it can get kind of dangerous and violent because they'll turn around. I mean, think about it, man. You got hundreds of pounds of meth, man. That's a lot of money that's about to get seized, man. So they're taking no chances, and you never know, man. What do they call that? Desperate times calls for desperate measures. So good job, man.
Hey, that heat vehicle is going this way.
Huh?
That heat vehicle is going this way, so it's probably going to come back. So
Get
just
ready.
in case. Dodge car, the sedan looks like a Charger, but I don't know, make Florida plates.
Okay.
They were both traveling together, but he exit jumped me. At Hopi Travel Plaza, I came this way.
Let's move the stuff on my passenger seat, because if he goes by again, I'm going to rip it.
Okay.
Fortunately, the heat vehicle made the smart decision to leave the area.
All right, hop on it.
There's no happening at this age, bro. That's 56 years.
Okay, so some final thoughts here. Big shout out to Navajo County Sheriff's Office out in the wonderful state of Arizona, man. Look, apparently That is the biggest seizure in the history of Navajo County Sheriff's Office. So you know what? Good job on their part. Look, what I will say is this. You know what? When you do have these traffic stop encounters, stay calm, be honest about weapons, drive cleans, because you know what? A routine stop can change in a heartbeat, okay? I hope you learned something. In May of 2026, he entered a plea agreement and pled guilty to one single count of transporting dangerous drugs, okay? The rest of the charges were dismissed as part of that deal. The video notes that this outcome lines up with him cooperating after the stop. That's the publicly available information that we have. What we don't have in public records is details of the exact prison term, whether it was stipulated sentence or any probation or fines. Okay, so let's get clicking the like and the notification button. Don't forget to subscribe. Comment below because we want to hear from you. If you want deeper conversations about internal affairs and other police topics, check out the Marlon Marrache Show, okay? Thank you for watching, and we will see you on the next one.